What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? This no, no, folks. There we go. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Everybody need a little Chris Stapleton in their life. Tennessee whiskey. If you don't know about it, learn about it. Tonight is not the night for me to teach you about it. Maybe a different time. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. We hope everyone is doing well. It is a beautiful day in Zamunda, which means it's Wednesday right here on the Something for the People podcast. And we got a few things we need to delve into and discuss, and some things we are not going to discuss. We're going to let those things happen out in the social media world and the world of chaos, and we're going to let them figure out what's going on. And I've gotten calls and text messages and inboxes about it, and I'm staying clear from it.
Wonderful job. Wonderful job.
Yeah, it ain't got shit to do with me. So, you all know who I am. I am AB. This is my executive producer, the Mrs. Girl Pam. What's going on?
Nothing. What's going on with you?
Yesterday was your Delta anniversary. How was it?
It was.
Am I the only person sick of the month of April? In the month of April, you see 3,472 Delta, Omega, Alpha, Phi, Sigma, whatever versaries. And by the time April leaves, I'll be tired. But anyway, we are here. What else been going on? She don't know.
I don't think anything.
I just want to say for all of you, April is a great month. Okay, for all of you who had children that tested this past week, if they were third through fifth grade, I wish them all the best of luck. I hope things went well on their end and they can pass on to the next grade, because I guarantee you they don't need to be held back. That do not leave nobody behind shit is a lie. They leaving them behind. That's neither here nor
They
leaving them some business behind. And then be looking like you ain't know they left little Timmy behind.
Well, this week is what? Administrative Professional Week?
Man,
Yeah, I pulled up to see this one right here. And she comes to the car with a vase of flowers. They were really nice. I said,
Thank you to the North Highlands PTO. They did quite well. Thank you. They gave us flowers.
Beautiful flowers.
There they go. You have
and
to show them
like,
some beautiful roses.
Maybe she gonna re-gift them to me.
What's up, Ron? Anyway, good evening. We're going to keep right on moving. If you have not told someone in administration, someone that holds it down behind the scenes, if you have not told them thank you, you should. If you have not bought them a lunch this week, you should. If you have not told them you appreciate them, you really fucking should, because they put in all the work behind the scenes that a lot of times you all never even know about, and they're needed. We're needed. We make the wheels go round and round and round. So let's go ahead and get right back into it. I said I wanted somebody to tag Timmy Lane. Who friends with Timmy Lane? Anybody out there friends with Timmy Lane? Tag Timmy Lane. Tag Tim. Corey told me, tag Timmy Lane. Tag Timmy Lane. Tag. Can you send the picture to my phone, please? Did I see the funeral? Did you send me the picture? A young man passed away. Yeah, Timmy News. A young man passed away, and for his funeral, his family wanted him to be sitting up. Sitting up. I wasn't really going to show the picture, but I am going to.
I
Why?
Out of respect for his family.
He all over social media.
Exactly, but now the funeral's over and he's dead and buried. It's if you don't want to keep seeing.
They didn't think that any of the. Okay, so this gentleman, if he's related to you all, I'm sorry, but he's news. He is I've been asked not to show the picture and the video out of respect for his family. But he was a local barber and something happened. I guess he was gunned down. And for his funeral, he was sitting up in a chair, in a king's chair, holding clippers in his hand, um, with his legs crossed, shades on, chilling. And then to the side of the casket area, they had an area for snacks, like cookies and shit. And
And
blue
fruity.
fruit is blue fruit is at that. I guess that. And I just wanted to talk to because I know it's a funeral home down south that does those type of things, and we know of the one in Alabama. And I just wondered if that was going to become something to be a staple in Shreveport because I asked a few questions and I was told the body cannot be transported like that, even though he is sitting up in a chair. The body has to be broken down once the funeral is over. And I just want to ask someone, uh, the process. I would like to know. Hey, Hannah, I would like to know the process that goes into that because it was quite creepy. And me personally, I don't think I could walk into the church or the funeral home and see my child or my brother or my loved one sitting in a chair with a legs crossed with some barber clippers in their hand or a blunt in their hand, chilling. That would probably creep me the fuck out. But leave your thoughts and your comments. Golden Gates does it? Where's Golden Gate? Well, clearly, Shreveport does it at First Family. Is that the correct name?
Family first.
Family First. Uh, so Family First. Oh, in Dallas. See, I don't know about them, but now we have someone here in Shreveport who does it. From my understanding, a couple of people did turn down the request for the funeral because they wanted the body manipulated in that manner. They said no, and so Shine Bright said all I could see was him getting up and saying, "What's up, y'all?" I was shocked to see this and stuff. I just want y'all to know, don't put me on no t-shirt with no wings. That's okay.
Well, I have a
You
question.
you knew I wouldn't be around here just holding on to my wings. Don't put me on no t-shirt with no wings, and don't put me walking up them gates because when I get on the gates, me and Jesus got to talking. He might tell me to wait a minute. So don't do all that shit for me. But what's your question?
So anybody who attended the service,
Mhm.
I know that they had a barrier around the body. And me myself, I never get close to the dead people. I get close enough. Even when my mom passed, I couldn't just sit at the coffin. There's just something about it that is just I would hate to look over there and be imagining that they're breathing and lose my mind at the casket. So there's that. But there was a barrier around this young man. So I'm wondering how close, besides the barrier, do you get to the deceased? Do they, how they say it? I'm confused. Like,
Well, my confusion was in the embalming process, I think, which is why I wanted a professional to come on here and answer the question. Caleb, tag Lee J. Hannah, tag Lee J.
oh yeah, she's a
Uh,
funeral director.
yes, Hannah,
You know,
tag
my
tag
uncle
Kyla Lee J.
did the bombing for years at the funeral home.
Now, my question about the embalming process, when someone does this, because the body cannot get stiff and they have to manipulate the body, how do they use less embalming fluid so that they can still maneuver the body? Like,
I would believe that you would have to use less embalming fluid, which that worries me about the appearance and the um, I guess preservation of the body, even though we're not trying to prolong the body forever. But I
oh
just
yeah, where's Bishop
it
Brooks?
seems like that would be a health
I don't know.
issue thing or
I
something.
well, and I did find out in this process that if I'm not mistaken, you cannot transport the body in that manner. So, in other words, they had the funeral with him sitting up in a chair, I guess. But in order to move him to the grave site, the body had to be broken down and laid in a casket and then transported because Louisiana law, I guess, huh?
So they had intermission between the
This
funeral.
motherfucker say they had intermission. Is intermission the correct word?
Well, I don't
Hey,
know what
I
it's
don't
talking
know
about.
whether they had intermission or after the club it's the after party and after the party it's the hotel. Like, I don't really know what it's called. I did not attend. I did not know this person. But apparently this is what his and this is gonna sound ugly. It's not meant to be ugly. Please don't be offended. I saw a few people were having maybe like some fundraiser get-togethers where um, they were taking up monies for the family. For me personally, if I had to take up money for the family, it ain't gonna be to sit him up in the chair. I just want him to be put away nicely, as the old people say. But that's what they did. Don't laugh at me, Ron. I'm serious. I saw it and it creeped me the fuck out. And I knew girl Pam ain't no way in hell she would have walked inside no funeral home. It's bad enough when they be having 12 bodies lying in state and she gotta walk past 12 to get to the very one she wanted to see. She ain't finna do it. But I was curious and I wanted somebody from the funeral home or the funeral home business world to come and impart their knowledge on us. It's a safe space. I have questions, like lots of
Well,
questions.
are they gonna be allowed? Because don't you think it's a privacy
But
thing?
what would be the privacy or
Confidentiality,
confidentiality on that with them? Just
disclosing
answering.
every.
No, they would be just answering general questions. They wouldn't be answering. Hey, Kyle Danielle, what's going on? I have a question, Madam Funeral Director, Mortuary Services. I have put your questions in the comments, Marilyn. One, when you're going to embalm a body, but then have to re-break down the body, do you use less embalming fluid than more? I mean, I just yeah, Marilyn, put your question. I just want to know. And if so, how do you know how much embalming fluid to use?
Exactly what you use about you normally use. I don't know. Just,
Is embalming fluid by weight, like blood weight? Because
I'm pretty sure it's in a
Kyla, give
container.
us some
It's in a
information.
container of
The
something.
embalming fluid, no, that's not the part of the.
I mean, it's gotta be just like oxygen has a container. It's gotta have somewhere for this stuff to be in
Right.
so that they can pump it into
Yeah,
your body.
right, because it's very hazardous.
Mhm.
But what I'm saying to you,
Let's see what the experts say. When you say re-break down, what do you mean? It's
they
kind of say it's by weight and condition.
it's by
So
weight
the
and condition.
more, I guess decomp or something maybe we would
I
have.
don't know.
I don't
All
know.
I know is it was creepy to see this young man sitting up in the chair with his
Well, let me
legs
tell you.
folded.
I had this little thing. Remember this phase I was going through? I was watching all these funerals, and you would log in. So if you watch another funeral, remember I was watching nothing but funerals.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was going through, and I'm not friends with the
So
dead
what's
people.
your
But I was watching all these funerals down south, and they were doing stuff like this. And remember the article I read to you where this elderly man loved his 57 Chevy or some antique car. So his request was to be buried in the car, and they did. They made the grave site big enough so that his car could go down. And he was black man sitting in the car, and they buried him like that.
and that don't make no damn sense.
I'm not telling you, but they.
Kai
How much
said
extra do you have to
she's
see? Marilyn
Marilyn
said
said, is it an extra cost to put up the
yes.
person in whatever fashion the family want? I know for a fact and now everything is an extra cost. Even in order for them just to open the grave and close the grave, they charge you just for that. So I can imagine. God dang, Lee J says extreme case decomposition. For example, you would use a high index embalming fluid. So there are different fluids, some stronger than others. Uh, I just want to know, Kyla, did you know this young man? Because he was a young guy, and I saw a lot of people making posts and saying how beautiful it was and how he was put away nice. And all I was thinking was,
Well, this is my
it
problem.
was just creepy
The
looking for me.
when you
The snacks threw me off.
prepare someone
The snacks.
for their
It
family
was the
to
chocolate
say
chip
their
cookies for me, y'all. I ain't felt like to. I'm saying that just I was like, you know what?
I didn't even see the chocolate chip cookies. But me feeling that as a funeral director, it's your job to
Yes,
prepare
Teresa.
the body to look the best it can look for the family to say their goodbyes, correct?
Correct.
But when I have to look at a body, and if you put their hands out there on display, then that means I'm looking at it and it's open for criticism. So my thing of it is when our family people die, my mom died, my grandfather has died. If there was something that was wrong with their body, like if they had a extreme discolor, we would tend to not show those parts.
Right.
So to me, when you do these extreme funeral things, you are putting the body out on display like it's perfect. And when I saw this young man sitting up and holding his barber clippers and it zoomed in on his hands, I was not impressed
I'm just gonna
with
say
the services. It just did
it threw me
something.
off. I'll just say it threw me off personally.
It
Maybe
looked
I
like
just
he was dead.
was not
So
expecting
basically,
it. Um, it was different. It was it was kind of different. I mean, I'm not telling anyone how to grieve or put away their loved one. I'm just saying it was kind of it creeped you out if
and I
you
don't know if someone I was in charge of doing that funeral and that was their request, they know not to ask me because that type of stuff is not
they
going down.
they do
So
know.
don't ask
Well,
girl Pam to do anything crazy like that.
really, okay. Timmy called
I
me.
already
I'm
got
ready
your
to bring you on the
instructions.
show. Best Funeral Ever was a show that show. I think that's the one where they had the people that were paying to cry, and I was like they had professional mourners. Yeah,
I missed that show.
Kyla, I'm gonna tag you in it. I'm gonna send it to your inbox. So I'm just saying, for me, it was very, very weird.
I heard that some people were actually a little scared when they walked in there because they was not
Now
expecting
I
how they
was,
took them off the
yeah,
floor.
I would not be expecting. And like I say,
And please tell
I'm
me at the
sorry,
door if
sorry to hear about it. This is just something it just threw me off, and I wasn't expecting it here in Shreveport. I've been told that
this is my
how he
thing.
ended
How
his
they
life
tell the
was
people at the door. If I'm going to a funeral like this,
you
they
don't tell
might want to
people.
tell me at the door, have some type of sign that this ain't a normal funeral because if I would have walked in there and saw
I could
this
hear
young
you
man
gasp,
and
and they be ready to put you out.
I
And I be talking about, say my
like
name.
then hit the floor because this right here is not what you're expecting. You already have to mentally prepare
But do they
yourself to
owe
say
you? Do
goodbye.
they owe you telling you
If
this is
you
going to be
going to
something
a
different?
funeral and you
I'm
expecting to
just
see somebody
asking.
laying in a coffin and you get up here and the nigga sitting in the chair, I just don't. I just think just like they got these signs that say no photos permitted. You need a sign that this
You
is.
want the sign to say "dude sitting in a chair"?
You
Be
need a
careful.
sign that say
Motorcycle involved. Be careful. What you
uh
want the sign to say?
dramatic, brutal, irregular. No, you need some type of sign that's
Did
gonna
this girl
notify the
say
people at the
irregular
door
funeral?
that this is not a normal funeral. Because a normal funeral is either when a person is
What's
in the
the difference?
casket
Hold
or
on.
are they
What's the
cremated.
difference between that and the people we've seen in the glass caskets, in the
Oh,
see-through caskets?
now I
Because every time I see those see-through caskets, I think one big pile of dirt they over with. The
only
casket
thing,
gonna
when
break.
I see those type of
Mm-mm.
caskets, I always worry when they throw people up in the air. I was like, did y'all lower them far enough? Because if they end up moving around, they already getting transported up and down the bumpy highways of Shreveport. I just be worried about the condition of the body. And although they're not here, because
Hey,
you're the first one to say, remember they threw dad up in there? It's like he's not in there. They're not throwing him, but it just does something to
I
you.
said that, but I hate that. The first time I saw it was at Trey's funeral, I said never, ever, ever again. If they throwing caskets and bodies,
Why don't they put the people in white? Because we want to assume
why
that
it sound like was
the
that you?
angels would come
We
get
talking
them.
about bodies and shit. Was that you scraping your foot on the floor?
Listen to me. Why don't?
No, listen to me. What was that noise?
But why
Girl,
don't why don't these people
we
wear
about to
white?
be
Because
windmilling.
the angels are coming. We're saying that the angels are coming to take them. Why they in the black? You ever thought of that? I'm just saying.
Is your 420 starting today?
No. It is
I know you
not
have stopped sliding your damn feet across this floor. So I ain't the gross the Christmas past walking through this bitch. Now I ain't playing with you. Let me hear one more. Watch we be turned everything off.
Speaking of funerals that we're talking about, what do you feel about little signs that someone else has been here with you? Because,
I don't like it.
Shaylin, down there, away from home, out of school,
Ron, I'm finna
she
send it to your
keeps
inbox.
finding feathers in her room, and nobody in her room has feathers. So, Shaylin, Google is her friend. What does it mean when you keep finding feathers and it said that, angels
What
are
does
with you? If you find a feather, that means an angel.
okay, I'm going to be real because I know we got a lot of our little Bible scholars on here before they get mad at me. I don't believe in coincidence. However, I do believe in angels and out of body experiences. However, I don't believe in all that hoodoo voodoo. I believe that if you believe in it, it becomes real and it can affect you. But I don't know. I don't get into that astrology and you have to talk to Candace Nicole because I can't interpret it. Know how to. She's on here. She can tell you more about that because somebody be walking me to my, and then I be sitting there talking about, man, what in the fuck is? If you don't get out my ear,
angels, they need to talk to you sometimes. But as a kid, my grandma would always say,
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna come. She wasn't gonna come back to visit me because she knew how terrified I was.
Okay.
But then my mama would say,
Jonathan,
do what I tell you to do, and if you don't, I'm coming back to see. That is the difference between mama and grandma.
Do you think that she would come? And if she come back, what do you think she would do?
I don't think she would come back to haunt me. She would come back to be like, that's not what I wanted you to do or something. Gussie has definitely been telling me things from beyond.
Gussie probably telling you something about licking some cat.
No, we were well past that. But I do believe that Gussie has been giving me signs, talking to me, because I'll look up and I swear my mother is there. And I can hear her talking about,
okay, moving on. I used to have this fear that I'd be hunching and the ancestors that have gone on before us could look down, even though we know they can't see into our world, we can't see into their world. I used to think the ancestors would see me hunching and go tell on me. Like, some kind of way. I don't know who they was gonna fucking, even though I was grown. I was in my own shit, but I was like, especially if you touch yourself and you be like, and you look up, be like, oh shit.
Closing the bedroom doors.
Yeah, but you close the bed, but eventually you gotta open your eyes and look up, and be like,
I would close the door because they not gonna walk through the door. But if the door is open, they can walk right through and be like, what you doing? So I close the door.
Close it. What do closing the door stop them from looking up, down?
Because this is my theory. If they're coming to visit me and I am in my bedroom, my door is wide open. They just walk into wherever I am. But if the door is closed, then I feel like they ain't just gonna come in the room.
Somebody please ask Timmy to go and get on here because I need to talk. Jonathan, I don't know what he say. Do you think closed doors stop spirits?
Let me have my
Erica. Okay, Erica says, I'll say this. It's a real thing. But the entity won't do it to any random person out of my family, myself, and is that who? Don can see, sense, and feel it. Tanya talks about it all the time. Tanya Hawkins talks. She can feel it and see it and know it. She probably is still high. At 420 been fucking her ass up.
Don't do that. But I really do believe, like
I don't know. I think because Tanya be sitting up looking like, you see it, and I be like, what we looking at, bitch? But she, I think my great grandmother on my grandfather's side walked through the bedroom one day when I was about 10 years old. She ain't like her, and that bitch came sliding her slew-footed ass right.
What? Bless the dead for one.
She did. And then I look up, she walked right there. Hands up. like we ain't supposed to be in her shit.
You probably would.
And no, it wasn't. She was dead. It wasn't her shit no more. No, I'm sorry, people. My bad. No. Anyway, go on.
Well,
Your next
moving
question.
on, people. Moving on. Because I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Okay, go on. My next question. This is my next one. Prom. Okay. If any of your family members are on any of these pictures I'm about to show, then tell your family to do better. I'm not going to apologize for you seeing them. They were picked at random. And if you know any of these people, then don't come to my inbox or my email with that bullshit. And do not call me or none of that other stuff or say nothing. Do you understand? Nothing. I don't want to hear it. So, prom is amongst us. I have seen some beautiful, like Kiki. I had to share Kiki. Kiki was badass.
Kiki was fabulous. When
Kiki was badass. I should have put her. And her brother Cleveland Mouton.
Since she was a baby,
they doing amazing. Kiki was badass.
But Kiki had a prom send-off party. Did you see
A
that?
send-off party and a date.
Man.
And a man.
And a photo shoot with her.
And a photo shoot.
Boy, I tell you, Kiki.
And some of y'all had a photo shoot and you shouldn't have.
Kiki done went to every prom, done been the prom princess, got a date, and you didn't even go to one.
Some of y'all should have stayed out of this conversation. Now, I don't quite know, like she's been over.
This is my question with prom dresses. Remember when I went to prom, the dresses were knee-length, if not shorter. When did we get to the formal gowns that's got this train? Because to me, if I'm going to prom and I want to dance, but that's the problem. Our kids want to be seen and they don't want to enjoy it.
Is this appropriate? Yes or no? Do you think it's appropriate?
I don't like it. I don't know if it's appropriate.
What about these fellas? Huh? I thought that we had gotten better because they had pulled the pants back down to the pants leg.
Can we go back to
I don't know what the fuck this is.
Because now whatever color your jacket is, your
but they don't really be matching.
Color, but I just feel like, what happens if this?
She looked like somebody's mama. Now all hers is open on the side.
I'm just wondering, is this all the parents have to choose from?
These parents be having these dresses custom made.
Because I'm like, it's either sheer, it's nude, it's open, the legs are out. Is there not a dress code for prom?
It is. Well, the parents got mad when y'all tried to give them dress codes. You said the administrators didn't have no right to pick out their children's clothes. Now,
some of them dresses, I wanted to mess with them and say, hey, where you get that from? Because that looks like something I should be wearing. But I can't find dress. Like, I am looking for a gold.
It's just like when I see men in super tight pants, I be wanting to ask him, now where you get your pants from? Because the females I know that are looking for tight jeans, they can't slide to put their jeans on. But men I'm just saying, so in the fashion realm, I guess whatever. All these dresses I saw had the bodice and the ribbing with like the bra and the see-through, and that's fine. Because some of them did, a lot of them didn't show flesh, but I just think for those that did show so much flesh, like that last girl.
I was just wondering how much enjoyment did they have? Because I know when I go in a formal dress and I have no sleeves, then you're constantly worried about if this part is too low. And to me, when I look for a formal dress, I look for, of course, I want it to be fire, but I also want it to be comfortable and practical. If I got to be in a formal dress for 4 to 5 hours, I don't want something that's so tight up here. I got to worry about whether it's showing too much this out. I got to sit right because they might see a bulge. I'm just like, I don't understand. And some of these dresses, I don't see how the kids had any fun. They couldn't dance because their train was wagging behind them.
Yeah, that train was beating their ass.
Like, these trains
she said, what was the dudes that had the stuff on their faces? Uh, one of them did have something on his face. I don't. I thought she had on a trash bag. I ain't finna lie to you. I thought that was a motherfucking trash bag. I was like Fiesta, Fiesta, Fiesta. And this shit here, I don't really know what this shit is. Ain't nothing cute about this. Um, yeah,
What happened to old black?
and the tennis shoe. And I don't want you to necessarily have on black. I want your jackets. But you know, back in our day, cummerbunds used to match. Now we want lapel pins and
My
pocket
thing
squares
is
and all
this:
of that.
if it's not the exact color,
Well,
then
that now I do have a problem with that. You got
then
on four
why?
different. You got on four different golds or four different blues. Yeah, just let it go. Did you see them on Instagram with the bags or whatever? No, I didn't. I don't. It's like it's not even fashion. It's just what is more weird or what can grab attention so that I can go viral right quick. But is viral the ultimate nowadays?
But I'm sorry, most of these people think they really do look good
Yeah,
because, and I'm
and
gonna tell
their
you,
parents
like I
really do.
tell people, you
I
need
saw some
real
people in Cato, and I was just
friends.
like, you know what?
Everybody you need real friends because your real friends do not let you leave out the house like that. For one, they're not gonna let you look a mess in public. They're your real friend, and two, they don't want you looking like that. And we looking like we looking like a 10, like they say. Why we always gotta come out on 10 and they on a 2? I don't want to be on a 10 and you on a 2. Because when your 2 come over here to my 10, that's bringing me down. So what I'm saying is you need real friends. Real friends are not gonna let you come out the
So
house
if it
looking a
was you
mess.
and your girlfriends preparing to go somewhere, and
Mhm.
one of them said, "Girl, Pam, that dress is too tight. I don't like it the way it looks on your behind," you would change it.
Oh, yes, I would because but they wouldn't even have to tell me. Because for one, girl Pam does a butt check herself before I leave the
Girl,
mirror
people
in
paying for
the
that kind of
front.
butt.
That's fine. But what you ain't gonna see, you're not gonna see no panty lining outfits that you're not supposed to see. You have to do your own butt check. I tell people if you don't have no friends, be a friend to yourself first. We have to look at ourselves in the mirror truthfully, not what we like. What is it? The queen has the mirror that looks one way, but really was not. We have to be able to look at ourselves in the mirror and tell ourselves the truth if we don't have no real friends.
Not everybody
This
is
one
open
over
to that,
here,
girl, Pam.
before I even leave the mirror, I'm already looking at myself, asking all those questions that's gonna be running through her head for the first thing. Then the second thing, I'm gonna turn around and do a butt check myself because when I walk back to wherever she is, that's the first place she's looking. The
Johnson
butt.
says fashion is very evolving, but the age of showing too much skin does become an issue. I think these kids are in an era of wanting to make it more of a show. I don't knock them because I try to see fashion through multiple lenses, but it can get out of hand a little. Hannah says, I agree with that. That's why I don't have friends now. They fake. Denisha says, I'm glad them spiky shoes that the boys were wearing are gone. Preferably. I saw very few of those shoes this year. Them
Very
fake
few.
ass spikes on them. I saw very few. So hopefully it's getting better. What's going on, Eric Carter? Hannah, yes, Denise. Y'all need to learn to put on black panties. And ladies, in your white dresses, stop putting on white thongs. Stop doing that. Stop putting on white anything. Either go flesh or go black thong. But then white thongs under the white dresses,
Mm-hmm.
and when your knees knock like Zorro, you know,
Too, too, too much. Too much.
hey,
I'm telling you, ladies, the best thing you can do is be a friend to yourself. Cause them friends
black
that let
panties.
you come
You ought to
outside
have
looking
black
like you
panties that
looking
fit.
with them, they probably texting on a separate line talking
Girl,
about
you ought to
you
see so and
or
so here.
something. You be a friend to yourself
I'm the one
before
texting.
somebody else.
Somebody, did you see that shit?
I'm
Man,
just
she shouldn't have
saying.
wore that shit. Hannah said, I'm surprised the schools let some of these kids in with the flesh showing. Because despite what people think about Huntington, they would never. I think a lot of them may have done a separate photo shoot from what they actually wore to prom. What you think? You think they actually wore that bullshit? Well,
You can because if they made up and everybody, if they're on social media posting pictures of their outfit, that's what they wore. Now how long they stayed in it, we don't know, but that's
well,
what they
I
wore.
just I just want y'all to pull y'all pants to y'all ankles. I want you to pull your dresses up over your nipples. Like I shouldn't be looking at you talking about nippleopolis, like on Norbit.
Well,
Like
you know,
put
the
your cover
misconception
your
is
shit
that
up.
the very petite people, the small ones, feel that they can get away with a lot less
I
than
see
some of the
bigger
regular ones.
girls with the confidence of
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the little people don't they can go braless, they feel, and but they don't realize, are you looking in the mirror to see that I can see your
I
nipples
see
or
a
I'm
lot of
seeing
little chested braless girls with
uh-huh.
saggy boobs.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is because they're so small, they feel like they don't have to worry about it. They can just put the dress on and bam.
Hey, look at my face. Y'all don't look good. Your titties are sagging. It ain't cute. And you ain't even got no breasts. You like you had three puppies. Put them things up. Lift them. Separate but equal. Lift and separate. Separate but equal. It's okay. What's up with that? Because I complain about that to the kids all the time. They just tell me I'm too old and I need to get with the time. Shake my head. No, you do not need
Take
to get
me
with those.
back.
Take
Take
me
me
back.
back.
Your mamas, you, a lot of these women, y'all didn't know they had all these children because their grandmamas made them put on them girdles and had them flat stomachs and four babies. Y'all didn't even know. Y'all, you baby daddy number five because that flat stomach got you every time.
Tricky exercise.
Tricky Air Johnson said, you'd be surprised how some of these styles have been endorsed from European standards. But let's also be honest about how our brothers and sisters dress in Africa. But that's a story for another day. African attire, colors of royalty, I have no problem with. What I have a problem with, I don't know why these people keep putting these coverings over their face and wannabe mask, and I don't know. I just take me back to.
All I know
Let me
is
see the baddest
if you
motherfucking
bought a prom
tuxedo.
dress this year, drop the comment section where you get these dresses from because I have been searching the internet the last couple of weeks for a very nice gold evening gown. I don't know if it's because it's prom season, but I can't find anything.
Didn't I pin about six, seven, eight dresses for you?
If you pinned them, they in your phone. I
Yeah,
lied.
they
I
are.
haven't seen them yet. But
I'm finna
drop
go.
where you guys bought these real nice prom dresses. Uh, drop it in the comments. I'm definitely gonna contact Sheila because Kiki dress I absolutely loved it. Girl, what you find this dress up? Because I can't find that.
I dream of Genie. Anyway, anything else? You know, I told you I wasn't gonna be on here long. Just a few. Oh, announcement! Breaking news. Drum roll, please. What's Miss Wolfolk? Wolfolk? What is that?
Hannah said you needed to have talked about this.
What is that? Oh gosh. Send it to the iPad. We have a new interim superintendent. What's her first name? Miss Wolfolk?
Lisa.
Lisa?
Wolf. Mm-hmm.
Is it Wolfolk?
Wolford.
Wolfork? Why am I having such a don't you, hey, don't y'all start. I am having a real time, baby. All of those accepted. Hold on, look. I don't know why girl Pam is. Who are these people? I gotta add all of them.
It ain't but two.
Okay. They said you all need to see this. But anyway, Cattle Parish has an interim superintendent,
Shout
Wolford,
out to my Sarah.
her Sarah. Yeah, if I got her name wrong, it's because of her. I asked her two or three times. I hope she would do a great job while the search is on for the new superintendent for Cattle Parish. The past superintendent, Lamar or Theo, this Lamar Goree, signed his paperwork in Duncanville on yesterday or the day before, so he will be leaving soon. They said that you all need. What in the fuck is this?
Well, one thing I will say, it seems like their colors are all the same. Like all his pinks are
Look
pink.
at his feet. He look like he got on puppet shoes. Like when they be have. Wait till I show y'all the video of the puppet. I'm gonna upload that video. Yeah, that's. Mm,
Well, I guess we gotta wait for Nugget to get into school now because we ain't got nobody else going to prom with us.
nobody. Thank goodness.
Mm-mm. Hopefully by the time Nugget gets to school, we'll be back in the times of our day. That's all I can say.
We have to make him back in the times of our day. We've come to that portion of our show where it's time that we get ready to get out of here. Comments. Is that a cape? Is it something? My baby's prom dress is from Shein, but we looked on X Plus Fashion.
X
Okay.
plus fashion. Thank you,
X
Denisha.
Plus Fashion. Thank
Okay.
you. It's that time. Go ahead and get your thoughts and
My final thoughts for the week.
what else you got to say? Yeah, we have a quick show tonight. I've been supposed to be in the country for the last 2 days, and I have not gone out there yet. I stay in trouble, and so I'm shutting down early. So I go to the country to see my mother and grandmother because they've been looking for me. I'd have to give them a 2 piece.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Final thoughts.
My final thoughts for the week is there's not much. This is the end of my April celebrations. I think I celebrated Shayla's birthday, woohoo, 19 and counting. Then I've celebrated my Delta anniversary, 21 years, uninterrupted service, such a wonderful thing. And then I was surprised with an upgrade on yesterday. So it's been a good week for me. I can't say no one else deserves it more than me, but that's it.
She believe that shit too. She believe that shit too.
Yep. So my week
Oh.
has been good.
Mm. Anyway, who? Somebody have a cute selection of formal dresses. My final thoughts are: look, elementary has finished testing. You still have some middle. You still have some high schoolers. Give your children nutritious meals. Get them up, cook them a breakfast, prepare them breakfast, take them to get breakfast before they test. Make sure they get good night's rest on the nights before tests. We just received news that Huntington had some of the highest ACT scores they've ever had in the history of the school for this um, graduating class. So we're blessed to be a part of that. So just get your kids rest. Give them encouragement during that time. Make sure they have snacks, some to brain fuel, some sweet to get them hype in the mind, get them stirred up.
Give them a little bit grace this, around
Give them a
test
little
time
grace
because
around
they're
testing
already
time.
stressed. Just as stressful as you are, they are 10 times more stressful. And I don't think that sometimes as parents, we don't realize how stressful the
Right.
kids can be because they're operating normal. But we're in their ear telling them, hey, you got to make this score. We need this, so we're going to have to do this. Everything that we're telling them is going through their mind, all the things that the teachers have told them, any other things. So give them a little bit more grace during text time, Not that you want to get away, but just give them a little grace. And words of encouragement can always help. Before tests, I would always tell Shaylin to pray or tell Tony before you pick up that pen to do anything, always say a prayer.
All right. Like Denisha said, don't wake them babies up fussing. Pray over them, pray with them, give them a healthy breakfast, make sure they have a good meal when they come home that evening. Pray over them, encourage, encourage, encourage. Also,
If they
again,
do anything they ain't supposed to during this week, just get your little notepad, write it
yeah,
all
write it
down,
down.
and as soon as the
Lay
test
their
is
ass out
over,
as soon as
say,
testing
hey,
over.
let me talk to you for a
You're on
second.
punishment for whatever.
And then go back over all the things in your notebook, but give them a little grace during this
I'll
time.
say this very briefly, very quickly. I said I wasn't getting involved. Some of the powers that be in Shreveport, we don't know what's going on with them. We see some tension in the ranks. I don't know what's going on with MJ. I don't know what's going on with Carla. Hopefully, whatever things they have going on, they can work out. They seem to be a force to be reckoned with. People ask me, was I going to say something about that? That's all I'm going to say about that. Um, I'm just on the side. I'm looking for forward progression for the city of Shreveport, not drama and mess and chaos. Forward progression. So I hope they work that out because, like I say, they were a good team. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys tune in. Is next Wednesday going to be the first Wednesday of May? If next
No,
Wednesday is
no, it's not. The first is not until like the third.
the first Wednesday,
The first
okay, the
Wednesday is
first
not.
Wednesday in May is what we're looking for. We're having another surprise for you next week.
Well,
But the
actually,
first,
it will make
it
first.
will May 1st, right? The first Wednesday in May, we have a couple of toys, gadgets, and suggestions for those young men that are going away.
Suggestions? We don't have suggestions.
Yeah, we suggest that they get them this so they don't catch nothing on their dick.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have some suggestions to help you out with you fellas with sons, even you ladies with sons that you real close can have any conversation. You're gonna need to tune into this. Some do's and don'ts of when your freshman goes off to college.
Number one, do not go through that. Do not go in that little backpack.
Because when you find that pocket pussy, you're gonna be mad.
When you go in that
All
little
right.
backpack,
All right.
especially if you see a towel, back up, zip the bag up, and put it down. Because you don't want to go in that backpack.
Baby, we done been in all the backpacks by now, and we're not even surprised anymore. We're gonna help you through that, parents.
I'm still surprised.
She is. I'm not. With that being said, we're gonna get out of here. May 1st, you say? Yes, the very first Wednesday in May. We're going to get ready to get out of here and get prepared. Be watching the video drop to let you know what's coming up.
You haven't did a video drop in a minute.
I haven't. I'm going to do one for this.
We're going to come back in the summer with Carpool Chronicles.
Carpool Chronicles, yes. We got to start Carpool Chronicles, and we got to start back with Real Talk Wednesdays. Real Talk Wednesday. Whatever your problem, complaint, ministry you feel it might be, come talk to us about it. Real Talk Wednesdays. We're going to talk about it. All right, we got to get out of here. We just want to thank you for coming by, showing your support as always. When my son went off to college, I found glow-in-the-dark condoms. I told his girlfriend, if you don't see it come in, don't let it in. Correct.
Now, that is definitely a good one.
Correct. If you don't see it come in, don't let it in. Good one. We'll see you all next Wednesday, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the Some Think for the People podcast. We can't wait to see you guys soon. Enjoy. Take care. Peace out.